Hey, so I have a lot of friends ask about other investments that I'm into other than just Bitcoin, specifically in other cryptocurrency coins, meme coins, things like that. That's what this video is kind of geared towards. I have three specific plays that I think are going to do very well in this next bull run for this cycle in 2024 through 2025. I want to be clear up front, though. Number one, Bitcoin's it. Bitcoin's the big dog. So I have 98% of my liquid assets, which now includes my retirement accounts. I consider those liquid assets in cryptocurrency in general. 90% of that is in Bitcoin. That's the safest, hardest asset that you can put money in to store your wealth and to grow your wealth. So we're really only talking about the other 5 to 8 to 10% or so of my portfolio. So in my research, I picked three things that I think are going to do quite well this run, more than others. One's a very big cap, a large cap. The other is going to be a small cap, and one is going to be an extremely micro cap. These are the three plays that I'm banking on for this next bull run. So before we get into those three things, a quick announcement.
I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Just kidding. Of course, this is financial advice. I am showing you what I am doing with my non-Bitcoin money. I narrowed this bull market run down to three coins I like the most of different market caps, but I also have other coins too. If you blindly buy into these because I did, well, we can be friends. But if you invest in these and lose money, that's on you. You made a bad investment. But at least you and I can high five each other as we lose our capital by putting money into these plays. So first up is Solana. Solana is a very large token. It's the fifth largest token in the entire market. So at $77 billion market cap, it's the fifth largest cryptocurrency out there. So it's not a small one by any means. Current price is about 166 a coin. It's a layer one, so it does its own transactions. One of the things I like about it is it's very fast and it's very cheap to transact on. So there's a lot of things being built on the Solana network. So for example, a lot of games are being built on this network because they need that kind of speed and ease of use to be able to have games that are fast action playing games to run on that, which you can't do it on something slow like Ethereum. There are games built on the Ethereum network, but a lot of those need some layer twos on top of it to be able to transact properly on it. One of the neat things about Solana specifically is it's extremely easy to create meme coins on it. We all know about how, memes blow up and get into the news, and there's always narratives about new memes being $1 billion market valuations. Well, you can literally, with no experience, go on the Solana network and build a meme from scratch, putting no money into it. And you can do that over and over and over again. There are literally thousands of memes that are built on Solana. One of the negative things about Solana in the past is it used to have a lot of outages. It hasn't had many often. There was a recent one just a couple weeks ago. But before then, I think it was almost 9 months or a year since the one, last time they had an outage before that. So it's not something that's happening often. Getting into the weeds with Solana, they're, developing a lot of different things. You got the Fire Dancer that's coming out that's supposedly going to get you up to like something crazy like a trillion transactions a second or something crazy. But even as it stands right now, it really is one of the fastest and cheapest networks to transact on. So this is definitely a large cap play. Definitely not something that you're going to get 100x on. The next one I really like for the 2024-2025 cycle is Rollbit. Rollbit is a company that has a website that allows you to do a lot of interesting things. It's on the Ethereum network. That's probably a negative, but there is a Solana contract out now for Rollbit. That obviously gives you the opportunity to transact very cheaply on it, but there's not a lot of liquidity yet, so that pool is building up. It's a small cap for sure. Market cap is right around $212 million. The current price is just under 8 cents. Some of the things I like about Rollbit is it's a company and a coin that actually earns revenue. They make money. They make it on three main areas of their platform: gambling, staking for rewards, and high leverage plays where you can do like 100x leverage on small coins and tokens. They also have a pretty decent burn mechanism where they burn some tokens, which kind of creates a deflationary aspect to the coin. There is some concern. There isn't a lot of transparency around what the total amount of coins are going to be ever produced, and that's common with some of these other smaller coins. So that's definitely something to be mindful of. The real only negative point I have on it is the platform itself isn't allowed to operate in the U.S. So it's not the token. You can buy the token, the coin, But as a US citizen, you would have to use a VPN and kind of skirt the system to be able to use their platform to, gamble on it or stake coins or, start investing with some extremely high leverage plays, which is also a form of gambling. And last up is Cryowar. This is a micro cap coin. It is very small. It's on the Solana ecosystem. It's about $3.7 million market cap as of today, and that's using the current price of 0.01293. So it's getting close to dropping underneath 1 penny per coin. This is a very interesting game in my mind. It's built on the Unreal Engine. That's the top tier gaming platform. I mean, I remember back in the day playing Unreal Tournament, and there was a lot of games being built on that Unreal Engine, and it's still kind of the top dog in the current gaming ecosystem. But they're building a mobile game, and it's unique in that it's built for short time games. So you have matches that can last anywhere between 30 seconds or up to 3 minutes. So it's great if you're just playing for a quick game to get in and out, or playing a couple games back to back. This definitely is not one of those games that is focused on people that are going to play it for an hour or two at a time, although you could. This is also right up the wheelhouse of two major plays and narratives for this 2024 and 2025 cycle. Solana is a hot coin. We talked about it earlier. It's a hot ecosystem. This is built on that network, and it's in the gaming atmosphere. That's going to be a massive play in this cycle, I think, along with AI. There are some negatives with this outside of the fact that it's an extremely small microcap coin. It's been in development for about 4 years, and that's a very, very long time for a simple game. It's also unclear when they're actually going to launch. They did some soft launching recently in some very small markets in like Eastern Europe, but there's not a lot of communication as far as what the plan is, as having a real hard launch coming out where everybody can download and play it. There is also one other negative point that I put 2 negative stars by. The developers are very defensive on social media sites. Like if you go to their Telegram pages, they get pretty testy with people that are asking questions about the game, about the plan, about the development, to the point where they even ban and just kick people out of the group if they start asking questions. And we're not talking about people being antagonistical or even aggressive. They're literally just asking basic questions and they get defensive. I don't have any proof of this, but it appears to me that most the people on the development team, while talented, very, very talented people, it appears that they're basically working on this game in their spare time. It's like a part-time gig to them. That could possibly feed into why it's taking such an incredibly long time for them to release it and actually have any kind of updates. I mean, they talk about stress tests that they do in the game when they test it, but those are months, sometimes years apart. So that's something to watch out for. This is definitely a risky play. So far has not played off for me, but right now it's getting close to being 1 penny even, which is a pretty low valuation in my mind for what it possibly could do if it hits on what its goals are.
So there you have it. Those are the big 3 plays that I'm banking on for this next bull run cycle. I do think Bitcoin is still the big dog. That's the safest thing to put your money into. These 3, I think, are going to do quite well. Now, to be clear, although I've been adding to these 3 this year, I've been in these 3 since last year. In fact, Cryowar about 2 years ago for my first initial position. So I've been in them for a bit. Rollbit and Cryowar haven't been doing as well. In fact, I think I'm overall down on those investments, whereas Solana has really just kind of gone through the roof. It's done quite well, and I think it's still going to do well. It hasn't quite breached its previous all-time high, but it's gotten close. So those are the 3 that I really think are going to do well this cycle. In one of my next videos on my investing series, I want to talk a little bit about some of the environments and why I think this bull run coming up here is going to be the best ever. We've had some gains. Things have been quite well. The bull run technically has started, but we haven't seen that parabolic move where things just go crazy up. I think we're about to get there in the next month or 2, and I'll kind of explain some reasons why. But I wanted to talk about these 3 things first. These are the flashy things. These are the things everybody gets excited about. These are the things people really want to dig into. But really, honestly, my time, energy, and focus right now is all on Bitcoin. These 3 plays are fun, but it's overall a pretty small portion of my portfolio total, and in my opinion, should be a small portion of yours at most.